Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
We are going to talk about two companies that are set to report their earnings on July the 26th. We're talking about them on July the 25th. Give you a little bit of a preview of what you might see when they report with our strategists Kevin Cook and Brian Hamilton. Kevin, we're going to start with you. Facebook is what you're looking at.
Yep, I never get bored talking about Facebook just because they continue to innovate and execute. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you look at what's happening to Snapchat. Maybe Snapchat's overvalued. Maybe there's questions about how it's going to be able to really monetize it. Meanwhile, Facebook isn't standing still. They have done so much with Instagram in the past year. They're up to 250 million daily active users, and they're finding ways to monetize that. So as we were worried about the sort of the ad inventory closing up, right? They were going to have less inventory on the news feed for ads,
right?
But they're pushing into these other platforms,
right?
Messenger bots. I mean, let's just talk about the revenues here real quick. Look at my sales estimates page here. You can see up here at the top, they're going to do $38 billion in revenues this year, and that's 40% growth. Now, it was a big deal last year when they did $26.5 billion in ad revenues, and that was 55% growth. And these estimates just keep going up. Like when we started the year, the estimate was, low 30 billions, low 30% growth, and now we're talking about 40% growth this year because they know how to create the ecosystem. That's really what Facebook is about. It's an ecosystem. It's not just this social platform. And they're speaking to businesses. So they have something called FAN, which is Facebook Audience Network, where they're helping businesses create their messages, ads, branding, and then put it on multiple channels. And this is just going to continue. The other thing that nobody talks about is DARPA. That's, Washington Defense Advanced Research Projects. The chief of DARPA, the engineer's woman named Regina Dugan, she got poached by Google a couple of years ago, went and worked on their Google X and advanced research projects. Then Facebook poaches her from Google. So she's doing something there. They bought Oculus Rift. They're doing the virtual reality, augmented reality gaming. I think they've got big plans for educational and shopping experiences, or they wouldn't have her there working in Building 8 doing advanced research. So there's exciting stuff coming from Facebook. I hope that they disappoint Wall Street in some way with this number. Like if there's one metric that's off and they take the stock down 5 to 10%, great, because you want to be a buyer of Facebook at 155 or lower.
Buy Facebook on the dips.
Yes.
In other words. All right. Well, certainly nothing boring about that stock. You've got a lot, Brian, going on with your company, Vertex Pharmaceutical.
Yeah, what they're doing, they're introducing what's considered a game changer for the treatment of cystic fibrosis. Now, cystic fibrosis is a lung disease which makes it difficult to breathe,
right,
and in some cases ends up in respiratory failure. Now, they just recently reported positive reports on their phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials where the drug was considered extremely safe and efficient. Now, the trials went so well that phase 3 trials are being considered for breakthrough designation, which would cut the phase 3 trials from 12 months to 6 months and put the drug on the market by the second half of 2019. Now, this new drug is supposed to increase sales and earnings growth over the next 5 years while they have the patent. Also, some analysts, which is absolutely amazing, are expecting this drug to penetrate almost 100% of the $9 billion cystic fibrosis market. So they'll have the whole market cornered for about 5 years. Now, they do report earnings tomorrow, so I want to take a look at what we're expecting from them from the earnings. Now, their current estimate is at 6 cents per share, but the most accurate estimate is at 8 cents per share. So we're looking at a potential positive earnings surprise of over 33%. They're also looking at positive earnings surprises for the next quarter for fiscal year 2017 and 2018. So we're seeing a nice area of growth for these guys. But we want to also take a look at what have they done in the past to see if that remarks here. Last quarter, they had a 225% or positive earnings surprise, and the quarter before that, 1,400%. And so their 4-quarter average is over 400% positive earnings surprise. So these guys not only beat earnings estimates, they crushed them. Now, yesterday, Kevin also touched base on his Zacks Confidential writing, where he touched on gene therapies and how Vertex has some exposure to that. So these guys aren't a one-trick pony where they only have one revenue stream.
Yeah, you get the bonus of the gene editing.
Exactly.
With the CF.
So this is all another long-term growth aspect. So we're looking at a stock not just for this coming earnings report tomorrow. We're looking at this guy for the next several years of producing really good earnings growth.
And a growth and momentum score of A to boot. What else do you want?
Exactly.
Do either of you own either of these?
No, I do not.
I own Facebook for the Zacks Taser Trader, and I own call options for myself personally.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Don't forget, you can always check out more information on these companies and many others on our website, Zacks.com. Go to the homepage and link to a lot of the information right from there. With Kevin and Brian, I'm Terry Ruffalo.